Okay, so there's this guy. I would see him all the time. No, no, wait. Okay, the first time he did a video with Raheem, and I was like, oh, he's really hot. Then I saw him in the grocery store here in Brazil. I was standing in the checkout line, and I looked up, and immediately I noticed who he was. I was like, oh, that's what's his name. Oh my gosh. But I didn't go up to him and say anything because he was with somebody. I think it was his boyfriend. So I just stood there and watched him for a second. Then I snapped a picture really quick. He didn't see me take the picture. And then I was like calling my friends like, bitch, guess who I saw in the grocery store? Oh my gosh, I saw so-and-so in the grocery store. And it was like, well, why you didn't go say something to him? I was like, because I was scared. I was nervous. So then I started seeing him. No, first I followed him on Instagram. That's what got everything started. I followed him on Instagram, and he posted a picture of outside his window, and I noticed the neighborhood, and I live like in the same neighborhood as him, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I sent him a message. It was on one of his stories. I was like, we live close to each other, and then I just left it at that. I didn't want to, get weird or anything. So then I saw him in the grocery store, and then I started seeing him like randomly walking to the gym. I saw him one day in the mall because the gym is inside the mall, and he was walking to the gym in the mall. And so one day I said, I want to take a picture with him. So I sent a message to him, and I was like, I see you from time to time going to the gym. Do you mind if I take a picture with you? And he never responded, but he saw the message. So I was just like, I'm just gonna, next time I see him, I'm just gonna ask him instead of just waiting on him to respond. So then I had, the next time I saw him, I walked up to him, I was like, yo, posso tirar a foto com você? And he was looking at me, he's like, por quê? Which means why? He's like, why? And I was putting my camera up and everything, my phone up, and I was like, você fala inglês? He was like, no. I was like, oh, okay. Which after that, I didn't know what to say. So then I started to open my Google Translate because I was gonna type in the message. I was like, I see you on Instagram, and I was asking, could I take a picture with you? But he was like, he asked me, could he get my phone number? And I was like, meu telefono número? He was like, sim. And so I gave him my phone number. And he was like, thank you. And then he left. Then I was like, this was like the weirdest interaction, because I asked him, could I take a picture? And he was like, why? And then he asked me for my phone number. Then he responded to the message like a few days later that I sent him on Instagram. And he was like, I'm sorry. You had scared me on the when you walked up to me, and I was like, well, I didn't mean to scare you, I'm sorry. So after that I was like, you know what, I don't think I'm gonna speak to him anymore. I'll just take a different route. back to the house because I saw him when I got off the bus walking to the house. So after that, I was just like, I'm not gonna speak to him no more. Then I ended up seeing him in the grocery store, and when I saw him in the grocery store, it was like I couldn't like duck and hide real quick. It was like he turned the aisle and I was facing directly in his path. I was like, oh shit. He was like, hey, he walked up to me and shook my hand. But I couldn't take no picture with him right then because I hadn't shaved or nothing. I looked a mess. So I was just like, hey, and I went and got back in line. He said hi, and that was it. And then I moved from this neighborhood, so I'm not in this neighborhood anymore, so I don't see him anymore. But after he was like, I'm sorry, but you had kind of scared me, which I was like, I don't want to scare nobody when I ask you, can I take a picture? So that's why I was like, I just won't say nothing else to him no more. But he was just like, oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. We can take the picture next time I see each other, which was in the grocery store, but we didn't because I had stuff in my hand. He had somebody with him. I hadn't shaved or whatever. So, but anyway. Be sure to go and subscribe to his OnlyFans account if you are interested in his content, which is really, really good. That's him.